Vermont is a state of small towns. The capital city, Montpelier, has only 8,000 residents. 8,000! That is a tiny town, and makes it the least populated state capital in the entire United States. The biggest city in all of Vermont is Burlington, and has only 45,000 people. Not that big either. Majority of people visit Vermont in fall or winter. In the winter, the biggest draw for tourists are their top-tier ski resorts, many coming from surrounding states. Even Canadians come down. In the fall, you've got the vibrant, fruity, pebbled color foliage, making October the busiest month for tourists and people like us who come primarily to see one thing.
All right, we are 30 minutes away from Vermont, and I am hyped. I'm psyching over these fall leaves, man. I know there's a group of people in the United States that are obsessed with them. I may be a part of that tribe.
They're called leaf peepas.
I'm a leaf peepa. Yeah, we arrived pretty late last night to Boston. We got up early this morning. We rented our car using Turo. Turo is basically like Airbnb for cars. It's pretty easy. Like when you get the car, you're supposed to take a bunch of photos to ensure that the car's in good condition and the last person left it in a good place.
And it's much cheaper. Like if you went through Enterprise, it'd be like a couple $100. But for this car, it was under $200 for the 3-day road trip.
We have a lot on the agenda. I've sort of picked out these towns based on blogs. Whatever sounded interesting, I'm like, all right, added that to the Google Maps list. Some towns we're just gonna be passing through. We're sort of on a mission here. We don't have a lot of time, so we're not even gonna stop. We'll just drive through their downtowns, get a feel for them.
And then we're definitely gonna be stopping for all the fall stuff. That's why we're here. We're here for the foliage, but we're also here because we're hoping to find a pumpkin patch. We wanna try a couple different like local eats. You know, if we can find a good lunch place, maybe a good dinner, and all the fall treats. You know, I want to be trying apple cider spice donuts if I can, pumpkin spice. You know, I know maple is a big thing out here.
Maple syrup, creamies, apple puree, apple sauce, apple crumble, apple butter, apple pie, apple tart. All right, we are driving through our first small town in Vermont. It's called Brattleboro. This is a town nestled in the Connecticut River Valley. It's been dubbed one of the best small towns in America.
We're not stopping here. We're just going to be driving through their downtown. But supposedly they have some really good farm-to-table restaurants and good shopping.
We just drove through Wilmington, and all the places I want to eat at were closed. Starfire Bakery, Alpenglow Bistro, Dot's Diner. So we are now heading to Manchester for something to eat. But I gotta say, you know, this road trip's been really interesting because you're basically going through these tiny towns. Literally, you blink and you miss them. You go right through them. And one thing that surprised us the most, I'd say, is all these beautiful, bright fall colors. It's not just like part of the state that's like that. It's the entire state. The whole state is beautiful.
Orange, red, yellow, pink. It's so pretty. And I think we came during a really good time because we're here mid-October, but we're also here midweek. So we're here on a Wednesday. And I'm hoping that when we leave on Friday, we just miss the crowds. I feel like we're lucky too because it's probably more packed here on the weekends, right?
Yes. Usually we'll have a line that goes all the way around the corner down the orchard.
Great for driving around. Not so great for some restaurants that close on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for some reason.
And also, we noticed that some of the hours of the restaurants, it's like they'll be only open for breakfast or dinner. So you kind of have to time it in advance. So that's probably something we could have done better.
Yeah, I would definitely look up all the restaurants and times in advance. Now driving by the Bennington Battle Monument. This was built in 1891 to commemorate the Battle of Bennington that took place in 1777. I sound like a historian right now. I just Wikipedia'd this stuff, but I gotta say, 1891 they built this. That is very impressive because it stands at over 306 feet tall and it's stone. It's bigger than I anticipated. We saw it driving on the freeway and we had to stop.
A huge reason why we're able to continue to make these videos is thanks to the brands that we partner with. And today we want to thank a longtime sponsor of our channel, Brooklyn Bedding. We upgraded our mattress 3 years ago and it's improved our sleep tremendously. There are a lot of mattress companies in the US, but we love that Brooklyn Bedding offers different mattresses for different people with varying sleep preferences and body types. Their beds range from ultra firm, cooling, plus size. They even have mattresses for athletes. We have their signature hybrid mattress and firm, and it's exactly what we wanted. Also, they make it super convenient to try them out. They offer a 120-night sleep trial, free shipping, and a 10-year warranty. So if you're looking to upgrade your mattress, go ahead and visit the link in our description, brooklynbedding.com/onrolltravel, and use our code onrolltravel to get 30% off your entire order. Thanks again, Brooklyn Bedding, for partnering with us in this video and for supporting our channel. We have made it to Manchester. We're making a quick stop here for dinner. I'm being a little quiet because it's a dinner setting and, you know, don't want to be rude. But when we were looking for places to eat on the road trip today, I found this place. It looks awesome. It's called Curate, and we're actually in the Southern Vermont Art Center. We had to walk through an art gallery to get here. The view's amazing. I'm going to show you guys right now a clip on their website of like this drone shot of how beautiful the property is. It is very green during that time. Right now it is all amber, so it would look completely different, but the food here looks fantastic. I just got the mixed green salad with roasted fall squash, radish, red onion, shaved alpine cheddar, toasted pepitas, and a cumin dressing. And now in front of me I have the house-made pappardelle primavera with roasted fall vegetables, cured lemon, herbed ricotta, garlic parsley butter. And then Nathan in front of him, he got the Curate seafood stew with mussels, shrimp, scallops, chorizo, potatoes, spring greens, garlic parsley butter, saffron broth. And one more thing I'll say is I do think this would be an awesome place for brunch. They're only open for 2 hours in the morning for brunch and then 2.5 hours in the evening for dinner. Bon appetit.
Yeah, it's perfectly cooked. Look at that bounce.
Okay, so accommodation in Vermont has been kind of interesting because there are so many small towns. So finding a place, there wasn't like too many options, but then Nathan found this. We're starting off with a bang. We are staying in a Barbie house.
Let's go.
Oh my God. Everything is pink. Everything.
That's how I like it.
From the couch to the wallpaper is so cool. Yeah, this place is incredible. Old radio, little details that are super cute. We got a sleigh sign in there. And then the kitchen is just sick. This wallpaper is so unique. The amount of colors is just insane.
Last cup.
We just grabbed coffee at Last Cup here in Rutland. Coffee's great, and it was so cute in there. They had it totally festive, decorated, Halloween. They had like witches' hats on the ceilings, and we, of course, had to go with our first taste of fall, a pumpkin spice bagel, which was really, really good. And it was made, I believe, the New York way. It was like a real bagel, you know? You could tell.
It was fire.
It was so good. And now we are on our way to our very first pumpkin patch.
All right, we just made it to Winslow Farms, our first pumpkin patch, just outside of Rutland. And it looks like you basically grab yourself a wagon and load up. Look at these. Pumpkins for days.
And you go inside and you get yourself a hot apple cider or a treat.
It's an experience, you know? They make it a complete, holistic fall experience.
And yeah, we're the only ones here at 10 a.m. So
yeah, we're a bit early. There's still frost on these pumpkins. But all right, we're gonna keep moving. Oh, and I'm sipping on a Brown's sweet cider. Brown's Farm is just south of Rutland. Hands down the best cider I've ever had. Brown's Orchard. We're going through our first covered bridge.
wow.
It's all made out of wood. We saw it on the side of the road and we were like, we have to go through. It's only for one car at a time though. One lane only.
Yeah, and honestly, it was on the side of the road, so we didn't even really have to go through it. We just wanted to.
Whee! So we just drove through Woodstock. Right off the bat, this place must be on a lot of people's list because it was way busier than the other towns we've seen in the last 2 days. Like, there's a lot of tourists, a lot of leaf peepers. It's considered the quintessential New England village, and I gotta say, like, it's very charming. It's a very charming small town. They got their covered bridge smack dab in the middle of the town. Lots of really cute shops, restaurants. We stopped at this really cool store called Farmhouse Pottery, where they had like a live pottery workshop happening while we were there, and they're selling all kinds of, you know, handcrafted goods. On to the next. All right, we just made a quick stop in Middlebury. Middlebury is a small college town, home to Middlebury College. We stopped for a quick coffee at this place called Royal Oak. They offered flat whites, so I couldn't say no to a second coffee. Today our goal is to get to Stowe before it gets dark. That is the goal. We are jamming here, we're moving. We're not really stopping at many places for very long. In hindsight, I probably should have added an extra day to this road trip because we're trying to fit a lot in only 2.5 days. But we're having fun. These towns are, they're charming. Each one has their own charm. They're not big. Literally, their downtowns is like one strip. Every town has like one strip, one street. You go through it and you're done. Now we're heading to Bristol, which is only 20 minutes away.
All right, we've made it to our first apple orchard. This place is super charming. I'm making my way around the corner here to see if we can get in on some treats. They got the cider donut. I feel like you have to try a creamy.
The apple cider creamy is actually our own recipe. It's made here in-house.
Oh.
All right, well, we gotta do
I would do that one. Cheers. First creamy. A creamy is basically just soft serve with milk from Vermont.
I got the maple. Olivia got apple cider. Are they superior to soft serve around the U.S.? I'll say maple is just a nice flavor. Milk quality tastes good in these,
Yeah.
knowing that all these ingredients are sourced locally, and this Yates place, this is their own recipe. I'm pretty stoked right now. We got some apple cider donuts coming shortly.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, lightly sweet, definitely like a nice apple flavor, cinnamon. It's delicate. I like that. It's not like too heavy or overpowering. You can tell it's like homemade.
We're currently standing in the orchard. Check this out.
It's an apple tree.
Shut up.
They look really good.
Yeah. So you grab a bag and then you just go down and pick as many as you want. I think it's $1.90 a pound.
I don't know what they're doing because like most apple trees I see, there's usually like they're bruised. There's like worms in them. A certain amount of them are going to be damaged or sick. For some weird reason,
These all look great.
these all look great.
And it smells delicious. Yeah. All right, on to the next stop.
All right, we are 10 minutes away from Stowe. We have made it to Stowe with about an hour and a half of daylight to spare. I've heard a lot about this place. I heard it's super popular, if not, one of the most popular places in all of Vermont. I've heard this Vermont village has real European ski town vibes. Even though it's not winter and no one's skiing, we gonna see.
We got a table and we're so lucky. We went online in advance and we got it in 20 minutes. And there were people who said that they were waiting for an hour and a half. So, little pro tip, this place is really popular. I think it's gonna be really good. Oh, we got the fish dip.
We got the ikura on top.
No. And the pickled veg. Wow, it looks really good too.
You get one appetizer here. You have to get the fish dip. It is out of this world. It's not too fishy. They even put trout eggs or salmon eggs on top. I don't even know what it is, but it is insane. Look at that. So Olivia went with the chopped pork sandwich. I went with the pastrami. And from just looks alone so far, this is look how clean and just well executed this pastrami sandwich is. You hear that? Oh my God, here we go.
This is a winning restaurant for sure.
The customer service here has also been so great. Like, people have come by to check on us regularly, make sure we're having a good time.
Yeah.
This is great.